Well, good day, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening of Monday, December 11th, 2023. And we're getting on here to 6:30 in the evening. Okay. So tomorrow's a big day. We get the CPI report. It's the last CPI report before we get to Christmas. It's right in front of Wednesday's FOMC meeting. That's the Fed meeting where they set monetary policy. And I was wrong when I said the Bank of England was on Friday. We have four central banks coming out on Thursday, big ones, with announcements. We have the Bank of England. We have the European Central Bank, the Swiss National Bank, and the Norges Bank. So this is big time stuff. Everybody's setting policy. I'll give you the secret call. Nobody's raising rates. Nobody's raising rates. Like that Progressive ad or that ad that you can sell your insurance. You see that all over TV? If they only knew they could sell their term insurance. Well, nobody's raising rates. That's pretty much what is going to be going on with it, all right? Everybody will threaten they're going to, that they're ready to move on it, but they're watching basically the lag effect. They're watching inflation. They'll see the readings, but that's why tomorrow is so important. We get the CPI number and the core CPI. Now, the core is expected up 0.3, but the headline is expected flat. From there, we'll see what happens. You'd have to get a pretty radical move to get some action out of that from the Fed. Other than that, I would expect no real change on anybody doing anything. And in different parts of the world, we are seeing deflation. China's got it. Be it their factory gate prices, that's not good. We're seeing it across their economy, and that's what you don't want to end in. You don't want to be in deflation. It is hard to pull it out of that. It's much easier to halt it than it is to pull it out. That's a big difference. On the energy market seems to have found itself a little bit of footing here. The question is there another leg, another shoe to the downside? Biden administration, well, in the crude, they've gotten their dream. They've got their prices. Did any of the waivers get taken? Are they going to buy that 3 million barrels and start filling some of these caverns? We'll find out, all right? But it's got to be an ongoing process. And if you only bought 3 million every quarter, we'll be old before you ever fill this. I won't be here. All right, I'm too old to see it get back then to the 500 million barrels that it should be. So that's got to pick up at some point. How, when? Let's see them buy the first barrels because I have zero faith in them. So we'll see what happens. When I look at the gold market, the dream would be that the market keeps coming down on the weekly chart and gets into that 18-week average, holds it, and starts up again. But I don't think that's going to be the play. What the market has done is it caught all the traders. The greedy guys got annihilated. They came in, they were buying the market, and they were buying it over the Bollinger Band and got their butts handed to them quicker than you can imagine. But let's take a look. When you put the swing line on, you have a pattern of a higher high, then lower and low. Now, this can be moved. You can put this arrow here, and I wanted to just leave it and show you and say you've got lower highs, lower and lows now. That is the right thing to do. Not keep the arrow there, have a red arrow there pointing down. Now you're coming into nitty-gritty time. You're coming in first to the 100-day average, to the 200-day average, which is a big one. Next one's going to be the 100, and the Bollinger Band's meeting you here. So this whole thing is the zone where I am looking. The door is open, the opportunity's there. Where's the market going to try to get its footing? Do I want to grab and guess it in front of the CPI number and the Fed meeting and those four banks? I don't know. All right. I think not in front of the CPI, but after that, remember what I just said. I don't think any of the banks are doing anything. So I changed my gears a little bit at that point. Are you oversold? Absolutely. Are we going to go for that low? Well, I'm counting that you won't. I could be very wrong. Am I telling anybody to buy here? No, it's not what I said. The question is, do you cover shorts if you were short in this area finally? Then we get to the gold-silver ratio, and as long as it's pointing up and this number's going higher, I'm going to have this in gold, means gold's stronger than silver. When you look at silver, look at how this just cratered. Now, I have been telling traders regularly in the morning videos that this whole area is where I think the market's going to try to bottom out. We will see if that is what it's going to do again. In other words, from there all the way down here. I could be wrong. Am I telling them to formally buy? No, but I am telling people, and I did tell people, I said, hey, if you're picking up one of these 1,000-ounce contracts here and there and you're not using it with charts, you're just saying I want to own silver here, that's probably the zone. If you're a chartist, you aren't buying anything. None of this is bullish at this point in time. The copper market, higher high, lower low, no pattern here. Platinum, here's your battle, the 100-day average in the 18. And so far, the bears, not the bulls, have control. You have a market that has got momentum in the right now in the 30s. It's not oversold. You have the bias down, trend down. Everything's still not bullish. Then we come over to the dollar. Higher lows, higher highs, right into the resistance. So I think between the green line, the 100-day average up to the upper Bollinger Bands where the resistance is going to kick you in the teeth, you got to be very careful there. In the morning, I'm going to cover how traders are setting them up. You know, each morning at 5:15 in the morning, I start recording my morning videos. And in my morning videos, my charts look like this. They're jet black with all the different studies that I teach you in them. And there's more. Okay, you're only getting a little bit here. There's more studies, more moving averages, and I review every morning what I teach in my courses. The outside days, we will go with that. We will go with what's going on with the Bollinger Bands. Where are these markets headed? What are they doing? We're going to look Monday through Thursday morning and Friday at daily charts, but I'll mix in the weeklies with it. Then what I do is I come around and I will, on the weekend, look at weekly charts, mix in the dailies. And the key is I'm starting you off with the morning fundamentals, what reports are coming out, what's going on in Asia, Europe, what are the chart action. I always say to you, forget the name of the chart. You got to trade the pattern. And we go through the pattern. And what's this really about? If I can give you an idea or reinforce an idea you already had, that's what this is. In the old days, you could get on the phone, talk to brokers, and away you go. Today, brokers don't want to talk to you unless you're their account. You know that. Try that. You're not going to get that. I grew up, people would call me. They weren't my clients, and I'm hoping that if I gave them some advice, they'd come around to me. All I did is bring that to video. And my subscribers can write me. Ira, what do you think of this? I will open up a chart, record what I do, speak right to them. Hey, John, this is what I'm thinking, or Mary, this is what I'm doing, or not doing. What doing, by the way, means what I see on the chart. Here's what I think. No, I don't agree with you. Yes, I do agree with you. I think this is right where you want to be. Boom. So how do you get it? You go to iraepstein.com under the word research. There is a charge for it, $7.95 for the first 30 days. You're not committed to go beyond then. You go in, we have a members area, you control your subscription. You can buy it, you can turn it off not to renew instantly. You can set a date you don't want it to continue with. It's all up to you, okay? I know if you try it, you're going to like it, all right? Again, it's about ideas. It's about recs. It's about putting chart patterns together. You don't get that from a lot of people anymore. I give it. iraepstein.com under the word research. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.